Good evening. Welcome to the Thanksgiving chat. I know it's been a while since I've been on here, so I just thought it was time. How are you tonight? Are you here too, Val? I don't know if Percepticide is going to be here or not. I haven't heard from him, so I don't know. But I've missed you too. Oh my God, it's been quite a while since I've done a chat. So I'm not even sure where to start. It's been quite a ride the last couple months. Um, so I guess Val is here but not here. Hi, Val. Glad you're sort of yeah. I don't know about you guys, but I guess we can talk about this. I'm glad the election's over. I am so tired of all the drama and hate going around about politics. So I am super happy that the election is over and now we can get on to other things in life, right? Yeah, we had a great Thanksgiving. He doesn't have I understand. Okay, so I just got a message. Yeah, okay. Yay, hi, love you. I love you all. Happy to finally have a few minutes to sit down and chat. He won't. What? I'm not sure I understand your message there. Anyway, so let's see. Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't even see that. Huh. So your mom still thinks Trump will win? No, he can't get enough on the recounts. There's not even enough available votes for him to win. Well, I don't know. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings or say anything that's going to upset anyone. But I respectfully disagree. I think we are going to be, I think we're going to have a successful transition to Biden by January 29th when we're supposed to. I really just don't see it going any other way. Yeah, but I'm just glad that we're past the worst of it. Because I don't know, because I'm tired. I'm exhausted. The whole thing is just, I don't like all the hate speech and all the, all the angry comments and all of that. January 20th, let me know. Inauguration Day. Oh, you are correct. January 20th. I don't know where I got the 29th from, but you are correct. It's January 20th. And I'm confident that we'll have a successful transition. I'm past being worried and upset. I just definitely had to take a break from all of the drama and fuss about it. I just you wish it was in December instead. You and millions of other people. There are people that can't see Trump leave office enough. Meanwhile, I think the point of having the election in November and inauguration in January is to give 3 months, well, most of November, all of December, so 2.5 months to transition, because the transition is a big process. So I think the reason that they push it off is to allow enough time to the new president-elect on all of the national security things and all of the information that he will need going into this, as well as they have to clean out the offices and make room for all the new people that are coming in and get all of the new cabinet members appointed and set up in their offices. I mean, that's a big job. It's not something that just happens poof overnight. So I do understand, yes, and getting through the holidays. So it does make sense on that level that it takes a little time. So it's not something that just, we have election day, the results are called, and then poof, we got a new guy in charge. It's just like when you move from one house to another, or if you get a promotion or get moved to a different department at your job. There's all these little things they have to get access set up to, all the computers and the different doors and rooms that they have to have access to. And so it's a big deal. It's just a big job getting that transition. So, in the meantime, there are a lot of people that are happy to see Trump still in place. And hopefully they will be able to settle down and accept the results by then. So you have another procedure in January. Oh, and a laser in December. Good grief. What are they doing? Giving you a whole new face? Good. I'm glad they're going to fix your nose. I hope that works out. Hang on a second. I'm going to go close my door.
What?
The old cynic is over here being smarty. Okay. Sorry about that. That's better. So I'm glad they're going to fix your nose, because I know that's been a concern. How do you feel about this one? Is it another treatment or just kind of a reconstruction? You know, I hope you can trust the same doctor too. I know sometimes, when you go in for something really, really big and really serious, they can't always control how much damage has already been caused, how much damage they have to add to it to fix what's happened. So I really hope they can get it fixed and have it done right so that you can feel better, because that's that's got to be frustrating, and I'm sorry that you have to go through all of that. Only an hour for a reconstruction? Wow. Okay. Well, maybe it will only be a short procedure and get you all fixed up and feeling better. I really hope so, because I know, yeah, I know how scared I would be. So I know I would be nervous. So I'm hoping that you're handling it better than I would. So, yeah, I hope you're handling it better than I would, because that would be some kind of, um, can only have one person in the room. So, oh man, that stinks to have your mom or Val. Um, well, normal circumstances, I would say have Val, but given the current state of things, um, I would say have your mom be there because she's older and you don't know how much time you're going to have with her. And you're her baby. You're her baby girl. I think it will mean a lot to her to be there with you if she wants, if that's what she wants to do. I mean, that's just my opinion. You have to decide yourself. But for something like this, I would pick mom. Yeah, so you're upset. I would be. And I don't want to be negative or tell you how to feel or say you should be upset. I don't want to put that out there. I want things to go well and uh, be positive and healing for you. So that's what I really want to put out there, is that it's going to be done well. It's going to be done quickly, and you're going to have an amazing recovery. That's what I am wishing for you. Yeah, I know it would be very, very frustrating to think you're done with it, just to have to do it again. So, like I said, I'm putting it out there that this time it will, it will go well. You will get the expected results. And I just want to be I just want to be positive and supporting for you. So I didn't mean to be so negative and down about how scared I would be. I just I just want the best. I just want the best for you. So that's why I'm putting it out there. Um, I I know any type of surgery is frustrating anyway. So hopefully we get uh, hopefully everything goes well and we will all move forward happy and positive and fully recovered. That is my wish. That is the energy I'm putting out there. I love you and I just want the best. So, did you have Thanksgiving with your mom? I know we didn't do any of our usual things. We stayed home, just the two of us, which was kind of nice. Um, I didn't even cook a turkey. I can't remember the last time I didn't cook a turkey. We went and bought a pre-cooked turkey breast yesterday, which I just reheated today. I did make mashed potatoes and stuffing, and um, we heated up some green beans, and what else did we? Oh, sweet potatoes. I did do sweet potatoes and gravy, and I forgot to get dinner rolls and cranberry sauce, so we just had biscuits and jam instead. So that was okay. And I did make the deviled eggs because I can never get away without making the deviled eggs. So even if we were eating frozen dinners, I'd still have to make the deviled eggs. So we did that. And uh, so you didn't do sweet potatoes. You know, I was going to do only one or the other. I mean, just two of us, we don't need all that much food. But I went ahead and did both because, well, why not? Leftovers are good. So we did both the sweet potatoes and the mashed potatoes. And I just opened a can of green beans. I was originally going to make some candied carrots with uh, brown sugar and honey. I just got this recipe I really wanted to try, but we just decided not to. Um, and we did get our pie from our friends across the street brought us a Costco pie. You made a pumpkin pie. Oh my gosh, that is fantastic. I never in my life attempted to make a pumpkin pie. So he likes the ones we get from Costco. And we've discussed it that it would probably cost me more to make the pie than what we pay for it. And he probably wouldn't enjoy it as much because he really likes the Costco pie. So he doesn't want me to even bother because the ingredients alone, by the time we, I don't know. I keep thinking one day I'll try to make one, but nah, maybe not. Yeah, the pumpkin pie filling, I don't even know how much it costs. Or did you boil the pumpkin and make it like completely from scratch? Like boil your own pumpkin down and make the filling? Or did you buy the filling and then do it that way? Because I think if you buy the filling and then add your own spices, it might not be that difficult. But if you had to boil the whole thing down and do it the hard way, I just don't think I have the patience. But yeah, I keep thinking I want to try to make my own, but he I don't think he would enjoy it. I don't think it matters what it costs or how much love I put into it. He wants the Costco pie. So if I ever make one, it would be a totally separate thing. But I might try it sometime anyway, just for the fun of it. I used to make my own bread for the holidays. I miss doing that. I still have my bread maker, but when we go cook at our friend's house, I don't want to haul a bread maker around. But and being at home for just the two of us, there was no point. Oh, I bet the homemade pie though I bet it's delicious. And it's something like I said, I would love to, but I wouldn't, but he wants what we do. So I don't fight with him about it. I figure, he wants to make it easy on me and he just likes that pie. I mean, he literally goes out of his way to ask people to go to Costco because we don't have a membership there. So we always get somebody to go for us. Yeah, I think where did we get our pie last year? We didn't get a Costco pie. I think we did go to we got it at Albertsons or maybe Safeway. But the Costco pie is definitely um, much better than the grocery store pie. But I agree. I think homemade would be amazing. He just doesn't, he just doesn't want me to do it because he's just so much in love with the Costco pie, and I along with it because it's really a good pie. If it's not broken, don't fix it. So that's okay. One of these days. Homemade, I mean, homemade, there's nothing like it. But I got some other really good news. Oh, pecan pie. Oh my gosh. I couldn't even imagine. That seems like it would be difficult. I could be wrong, but that just seems like it would be um uh, I don't mean difficult. Time consuming. I think it would be time consuming. So, oh, that would be sweet. I would love it if you'd send me one. Um, so we actually got some really good news a week and a half ago. I get to keep working from home at least until the middle of June. So I get to continue saving time and money, and I love it. I love not having that drive and spending less money in gas, less money because I'm not ordering lunch all the time. It's just more convenient. My life is happier and better because I get to enjoy being at home in my house, which I very much love. My mom said she didn't get to enjoy her house as much as she wanted to. So I'm definitely um, making the most of mine. I'm super happy that I get to continue working at home. I do still get out. I still go to the grocery store less often because I just have, more of what I need stocked up, so I don't really have to go as often. I was going for tacos on Saturdays, but I have a couple of weeks ago, I went out to go to the store. I stopped to put gas in my car, and my car wouldn't start. So I took it to my guy, and it shouldn't be a big problem to fix, but they have to, I don't know, they have the alternator fine, battery's fine. There's some other thing called a diode that they have to put a meter on and test. So I'm really not driving right now. It doesn't sound like it's a big deal. Um, and it shouldn't be too expensive, but they have to put the meter on to test it and make sure. And that's just a matter of when everybody has time to do it. So, because the guy who's working on it for me lives across the street, so it'll be fine. I'm not that worried. It's not like I have to, have anywhere that I have to be or have to drive to. Usually, if we have to go to the store, I just tag along when he goes, and I get most of what I need then. So it's fine. Um, I'm just not getting out as much. I've missed 2 weekends of tacos. So this weekend, I actually just made my own. So that's okay. And we do have a Friday night thing we're doing with some neighbors. The guy that's been working on my car and the couple that lives next door to him, they have a fire, um, just a portable fire pit table. And on Friday nights, they pull their little fire table out onto their driveway. And so we go sit in a big circle around the fire. Everybody is like really far from each other. Um, like he and I sit, kind of next to each other with the table between us because we live together, right? But everybody else, the other couple does the same thing. And then the other guy is like, everybody is really spread out like 10 to 15 feet apart. And we're kind of all around the table, which is really nice. We just, hang out, chat, enjoy the weather, watch the cars go up and down the street. um, my headaches, thank you for asking, are actually getting, I haven't had too much. We're, I know you remember that I had quite a few in a really short period of time, but um, that kind of settled down a little bit. They come and go. So I might go 6 months without getting one. I might even go a year without getting one. And then all of a sudden it'll be terrible. So I don't know, but I've been about a month without a serious migraine, which has been nice because I hate them. Yeah, about the neighbor, it is so nice that we have that. I haven't had neighbors that we hung out with and have chatted with in a really long time. I mean, the last house we lived in, um, our friends were our landlords, so we would do a lot of things at their house. But that was it, not like with other neighbors and everything. But here, it's really, really nice. I think we are the friendliest with our neighbors that we have ever been in our lives. And it's different, but it's nice. Like the neighbors, if somebody leaves and goes on vacation or spends the night away from home at at a relative's or something, everybody's like looking out for each other on our block. It's really cool. So, in fact, even if you leave your garage door open, they will, if you forget to close the garage door when you go to the store or something, they will check on you and make sure that everything's okay. I have never had neighbors like that. And I mean, not even in a nosy way, just a friendly, we're looking out for you. And they're sincere about it. I love that. Oh, yeah. Taking a deep breath. It depends on the kind of headache, but sometimes that can help, especially if it's a sensory headache, like from strong smells or um, or repetitive noises, things like that. That could probably work. The migraines, usually I need to eat protein that, and drink some water. Those are like the first two things that I do when it gets started. Um, but they get bad to where I have to like turn all the lights off, not have any noise, just kind of go to bed and cover my head. Um, but depending on the kind of headache, the fresh air and deep breathing can definitely help. But yeah, we're actually doing okay. I know a lot of people are frustrated and losing patience with all of the masks and distancing and everything, but we're doing pretty well. We we do go have our little powwow with our neighbors across the street, which I mean, it's nice. It's just casual. Nobody gets too serious about anything. We kind of talk about important things, but not to the level that it gets really intense. Just everybody keeps it friendly and casual. And sometimes we talk about nothing important at all, which is also nice. Um, if everything you do and everything you talk about is super intense, that can get a little that can get a little overwhelming for some people. So you have to break it up with a little light, just casual chit chat now and then. So that's working out for us. So I don't feel nearly as isolated um, and alone as some people do. Uh, I have my son, and of course, the old cynic in the other room, and my, you know, neighbors that I go see once a week. But I still interact with my coworkers too, because we meet on Zoom or Google Meets. So I have meetings and interaction with other people a lot. It's not the same as being in the same room, but it does happen. And, I'm in a chat room with my coworkers all day when I'm working. So we're actually doing pretty well in that regards. Um, I know a lot of people don't like that. There's one guy in my meditation group, um, which, you know, I really enjoy. The meditation group even meets online. We do it through Zoom, which is really, it's neat that we can. I'm excited that it's available because we can still participate. But one guy in our group still finds it challenging because I I think it's largely because he lives alone. So I kind of feel bad for him because I think people that live alone probably have a harder time with all of this. And I can see how. Oh, your son is talking to you and opening up a little bit. That is so nice. I Oh, and Zoom is challenging. See, I don't find Zoom challenging. I think it's easy, but then I'm used to it because I've been doing it for 2 years. So I kind of get, if you're not used to doing it, it takes a little bit of takes a little bit of getting used to for sure. But at least you can see the person's face and, kind of like here, you can actually look at people, except here, you can see me, but I can't see you. But with Zoom, everybody can see each other. You spend a lot of time on Discord with friends and coworkers. Yep. We use Slack, Google Hangouts, and then for meetings, we use Google Meets and Zoom. And I think we should. That would be kind of fun. We should try Zoom. But yeah, because I'm used to it, it doesn't bother me to communicate with people like this. I actually, I mean, it's not the same as being in the same room, of course, but at least it's an option. And I just like being able to interact. And so I don't feel quite as alone. Um, so I know some people really, really struggle with it, but anybody who is struggling, I definitely encourage, get on Zoom, get on Google Meets, um, go to meeting, log me in, whatever you have. Get together, meet with people. Even if you can't be in the same room, at least you can look at their face and have a back and forth conversation, which is so important. We all have to have interaction. I mean, we are designed to need contact with other human beings. Yeah, yeah, exactly. You can see me, but I can't see you. And and that's definitely something that, is different with Zoom because everybody can see each other. But Zoom is a little bit more challenging for some people, like you said. And the free version limits how long you can be on there. You can have a session, but you're limited to like 40 minutes total from beginning to end. So if anybody comes late, and you have to cut it off on time because the system will shut it down on you. So that can be challenging too. So it's not just open where anybody can just come in and out as they want to. They can, but if you get, if you're getting 35 minutes in and they come in and it's over. I have not yet tried Discord. I know the version of Zoom that we use at work is obviously it's the paid version. So, but that's work because they pay for it. I only do the free stuff because I'm not a billionaire. So, okay, because you can have chat channels, voice and video. Yeah, I'll have to look at Discord and see what the cost is and see what's involved. Yeah, I don't think, none of us are billionaires, but my company is. So um so we get a little better stuff than what I can get for free. Oh, Discord is free? Huh, okay. Well, I may have to look into that. Is it mobile friendly? Like you can put it on your phone. Not that I do that, but I know other people might. So we'll have to look into that and see what comes about. That would be kind of mobile friendly. Yeah, I've heard of Discord. I know a few people that use it. I just, for some reason, thought it was something you had to pay for. So I'll look into it and see what the deal is, because I am open to, I'm open to different things. Yeah, I have my laptop and my Chromebook. So I usually just use what I have on my desk. When I had LogMeIn, I think you installed it. Oh, when I had LogMeIn, maybe, but I don't remember. I don't think I had this computer when I was using LogMeIn. I think that was just through my work computer. Mm. Yeah, I use my laptop and my Chromebook often at the same time. I'll be doing some things on the Chromebook and something else, like 5 other things on the laptop. And then, um, yeah, I might have started installing it. I don't know. Oh, you know what? You might be right. When I was preparing to go to Colorado, I loaded some stuff so I would have access. Um, so I could use. Oh, you might have. Yeah. Okay. I I don't know what you tried to install. Don't be when you logged on. Oh, with the team viewer. I see what you're saying. I thought you meant before I went to Colorado to work. Oh, well, you know what? We'll just keep working on that and find out. Maybe we can get something set up because that would be interesting. There's something else I want you to help me with. So I will have to make time for that. But the other thing is, and I sent, I did send out pictures this week. I got my art room set up and ready to start. Oh man, ready to start a project. So I am super happy, super happy about that. So I already have like 5 projects I want to do. And of course, I still have like a ton of other stuff to do around the house, but I may go ahead and get started anyway, just because I can and because I want to. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think Anita, I think you got left. I think you dropped out and now you're back, it looks like. Did I find okay, good. Did I find a place for your paintings? Well, yeah, actually I did. They're on my desk so that I'm actually looking at them while I'm working. So they're not behind me. They're in front of me so I can look at them. I'll probably move them eventually, but but for now I'm keeping them where I can see them because it just makes me happy. It makes me feel good to look at them. If I'm having a rough day or something, I can just glance at my beautiful paintings, and it just gives me nice, warm, happy feelings. So I have them set up kind of. My monitors for work are raised up, so I have them underneath the monitors so I can just like look right at them. So that's what I've done for now. Um, I'm working on a new plan for my office a little bit, um, to see if I can put some shelves behind me or something. But I don't know that I'm going to have enough room. So that's kind of on the fence. My office is not a top priority because it's mostly in order. I just have a few extra boxes and things, um, but it's not the chaos that the rest of my house is. So, actually, the project that I want to start on is the pour acrylic pour painting that we talked about a couple of months ago. I want to do some of that. I actually have all the stuff together, ready to go. So I just need to do it. I also have a couple of sewing projects that I've been chomping at the bit to get to since I moved. So I've got my sewing machine set up now, and I'm super excited. I have all my fabric. It's not as organized as I would like it to be, but everything's put away in tubs, and I know where most things are or which tub most things are in. So I will maybe do I may KonMari that room or something. I don't know yet, but I do have a couple of sewing projects I want to do. And yeah, I'm so excited to finally have some order to this chaos, even if it's just my 2 rooms, my office and my art room, and so yep, I just keep going through the boxes and stuff a little bit at a time. I only have, a little bit more to go on the loft area, which, that'll be nice to get that opened back up, and let's see, my paint room is a mess. Yeah. Well, I I know my art room was a giant mess because it was just boxes on boxes and boxes, but I got rid of all of the cardboard boxes out of there. Everything got moved into plastic storage tubs and and organized. You know, anyone who got my pictures, you guys, uh, saw that I have shelves and put everything, organized on the shelves and and all of that. So that was definitely, oh man, definitely helpful. I know I still have a lot of my paintings. Well, they're just kind of all stacked in a corner right now. I haven't hung anything on the walls literally at all. Nothing is hung on the walls in any room in my house. So I think I want to put up my diplomas and my licenses and stuff like that, probably on the wall behind my desk. Um, I'll probably put some of my paintings along with so my mask collection. I have like porcelain and harlequin masks and like Mardi Gras masks and stuff. So I'm looking for the right place to put them. But I'm not real big on tons of stuff on the walls. So when I do it, it's got to be the right thing in the right place because it's probably going to be there forever. Um, so many paintbrushes, and you've been donating some of them. Hey, you do what you have to do, but aren't you selling your paintings? I see your posts on Facebook. Um, Down at Plaza Junction, Junction Plaza. So I would say it sounds like some of your paintings are selling down there. I would just maybe, as they sell, replace them with, um, other ones that you have at home. Just kind of, you sell two or three, take in two or three to replace them. That, I would love to be able to do something like that, but I don't really have anywhere here. I mean, I know there are places, but out here where I live, oh, okay, I see you've only sold two so far. Yeah, the thing about selling paintings, and not that I would ever know anything about it because I've never sold a single painting that I've done. I have a bunch that I've made, but I've never even tried to sell them, but I would think paintings kind of sell a little bit slow because I don't know that it's necessarily about how many people want them, but paintings are very particular. People don't, art isn't something that people just randomly buy just anything. They they have to see that one thing that fits perfect in the space where they want it, or they see it while they're browsing and just fall in love with it and then they buy it. It's not like a pair of shoes. Oh, I can't find the ones I want, so this will make do. A painting is almost more personal than even your shoes or clothes, because it's got to be a it's got to be exactly the right thing when people are ready to buy it. So my my understanding is, sometimes people have to look at it two or three or four times, or they fall in love and they want it, but the timing isn't right, so they wait and hope it's still there when they come back. So I would I would guess that it's probably, yeah, not easy, and that paintings don't go quickly. So I say just hang in there. Maybe maybe I don't know, if you have time, you could use your laptop and start a website. Mm. Or actually try Etsy, etsy.com. That is a website specifically for artists and craftspeople to sell their handmade work online. There's a lot of artists that sell their paintings and drawings and sketches and things that people, that they sew. Um, People have come in and spent a couple of minutes, you know, exactly. And that's something too with paintings, is people like to go look at them and they think they really like them, but don't have anywhere in their house that would be appropriate to put it, or they like it and their partner doesn't, or they might love a painting and they want to look at it, but it doesn't necessarily fit with how their house is decorated or things like that. So people like to come in, and so they'll come back and look at it, and they'll come back a second time or a third time. Um, eBay can be, I've had success with selling stuff on eBay, but again, I've never tried to sell one of my paintings. So I don't know how art does. Um, what I do know is that there's also a lot of commercial and um, pre-manufactured stuff on eBay. So there's a lot more competition. Etsy is dedicated to artists and craftspeople. So, and I think they do also have some vintage stuff, but mostly people that go to Etsy are looking for the handmade items. They're looking for the artist work. They're looking for specifically that type of thing, like if they were going to an arts and crafts fair, as opposed to eBay, which is more like a flea market. You know, I think you do have to pay for Etsy. I don't know what their fees are like. Um, I have an account, but I haven't used it to sell anything. Um, eBay, I know you have to pay fees. You have to pay listing fees, and then you have to pay a fee when your item sells. So depending on what it sells for, sometimes the fees aren't that much, and sometimes they're a lot. So it just depends on how you set it up. But I don't know what Etsy's fees are like. I um, I just know that I just know what their market is as opposed to eBay, which is a lot bigger. While they do have arts and crafts items, and like I said, I've had a lot of success on eBay selling my costumes that I make. So I've done well in that regard, um, and other craft items that I do. I've had really good results. Um, but I haven't sold anything on Etsy, although I would like to. I just have to get a little more. I have to get back into the swing of it, to be honest. I've been, kind of out of commission for a couple of years with everything that's happened. So, I didn't have the space to work for a long time. And now I do, but then I didn't have the time. So now that's hopefully changing. So, yeah, your mom says your paintings are getting better. Well, I would expect they are. The more you do it, the better they're going to be. I mean, that's just the nature of practice. No matter what we do in life, even if we're already great at something, we keep doing it and we just keep getting better. Yeah, learn from um I learn a lot of stuff from watching other people, tutorials and YouTube videos um and books and um classes. There's there is so much out there and so many people willing to share their knowledge and their techniques that if you want to learn it, you can. You can there's a video out there for literally everything. So, yeah, that makes sense. That's like the pour painting. I've never done that, but I really want to try it. So I have all the stuff, um, and I learned about it from a YouTube video. So why not? And it's free. Free is always good. And there's so many people out there willing to share their knowledge and techniques. One of my glass painting projects, I actually learned when I was doing arts and crafts fairs. um, there was a lady who made these beautiful jars and bottles, and I was making candles, and she really liked, well, and other things, but at this particular fair, that's what I was selling was my handmade candles, and she really liked what I did enough that she just simply taught me over the course of the weekend, taught me how to do what she did because I appreciated her work so much. And she's like, "Here, let me tell you how I do this. Feel free to go use this and do great with it. Go do your thing. Here's how to do it." And it was so nice. Um, and you can, there's, you learn a lot from other people, whether it's in a situation like that or watching videos, which, I've learned about things that way too. Um, but yeah, candles are fun to make, but they are also a lot of work. You definitely have to, you have to pay attention, and you have to be on top of it. You can't just be in the middle and walk away and forget about it and come back tomorrow and finish. You have to dedicate when you start a candle project, you literally have to dedicate your time to it. So, it's fun. I love it. It's it's definitely a passion. It's meditative. Um it's technical. I enjoy it a lot, but it is a lot of work, and and it's science. You have to make sure you get the right chemicals in your wax, and you have to make sure when you pour your wax, you have to kind of let it cool and then re-pour and re-pour, and you have to do your re-pours at the right time when everything's at the right consistency. So you really have to pay attention. But if you have the time, it is it's just so cool. It's just an awesome thing to do, in my opinion. I love it a lot. Jewelry, I do make jewelry too. Um, and I used to have a couple of local events where I would sell my jewelry. Different events than where I would sell my candles. But I mean, that's what I was doing pretty much. I wouldn't say full time, but I did it a lot. I would do, this one type of event, I would sell my candles and um, some other things like herbs um, and soap and stuff like that. Other events, I would sell jewelry. Um, and then I had, a third type event where I did something different. And that was pretty much what I did. And it was a lot of work. Mm. And then I had one event every year where I would do all of it in one big space for a weekend. I would have my costumes, my candles, my soaps, mm, my jewelry, all of it in like a big 10 by 10 space, 10 by 10 by 20, 10 by 20 space. And that was that was an amazing event to do down in Tucson. But I haven't done that in years. I don't even know if they still do it. I Let's see, I had to quit doing it. Something happened um, that I can't really talk about, but something happened that actually made me have to take a break to focus on some other things. And then I just kind of never got back to doing it. Um, so then, plus the people I was staying with were that I would stay with when I went down there had some problems. So, I mean, there was a few things happened kind of all at once. So I had to quit doing the Tucson event, and I really miss it. That one I really miss. But I don't even know if they still do it. I guess I could find out. But the one thing about doing so much and only doing events is it is really hard. I would make pretty good money at when I went to Tucson. Um, but one of the challenges with doing all those events is it can be really exhausting because you're not doing an 8-hour workday. You're doing a 10 or 12-hour workday, and you may or may not make enough money to pay for your space rental, your travel expenses. Um, and when I went to Tucson, without a doubt, that's where I made the most money. I always made enough money to cover my expenses when I went there. Locally, it was hit or miss. Sometimes, I'd put out $300 for a weekend and I might make five. I might put out $300 for a weekend. I make 150. So it's hit or miss. So, it's I did learn to appreciate the benefit of a steady paycheck. And yeah, with COVID, I don't think any of these events are really going on because they really don't want us gathering in big groups. I know some events are still happening, but in fact, I just heard about something earlier today. I don't remember what it was. It was a big something going on that surprised me, but clearly it wasn't. Yeah, it's hard to know where to go to make money. Um, I think somebody told me that our flea markets are still going on, but right now I'm not comfortable to get out and do that anyway. So online um, is really the way I would be most comfortable. So I'm definitely working on getting that. I've been working on my website because I had to take my website down um, when my computer crashed a few years ago. But since I got a new one, I've been working on rebuilding the site and getting everything back up. But again, between working and everything that's happened in the last couple of years, I just haven't had the time to dedicate to it and really focus. So now I am working on building my website, and so hopefully I'll be able to get back to work and get stuff online for sale on eBay, hopefully Etsy, and connect it all to my website. Um, so you bought your son's. Oh, Amazon, I don't know. I do buy a lot of stuff on Amazon as a seller. Um, they're they're kind of expensive. I don't think I want to be a seller on Amazon. You've got to be really commercial to s- um, to sell stuff uh, to sell stuff through them because they want like what was it, $30 a month or $60 a month? I think it was 30, but they want $30 a month whether you sell anything or not. Like eBay, you can set up to do that where you have a store and it costs you a set amount, but eBay is probably where, yeah, I would say eBay, or I mean Etsy. Yeah, Etsy for handmade goods and artwork. Etsy's probably the best. Amazon is good if you want to buy commercial stuff like manufactured clothing, books, electronics. But for selling, it is really expensive to be a seller on Amazon. Um, I haven't actually tried to sell anything there because I looked at what the cost is. The cost on Amazon was, like I said, $30, whether you sell anything or not. And then you still have additional fees on top of that. So, I don't get me wrong, Amazon gets you the exposure, and I would love to be a seller on Amazon, but I'm not commercial enough. I'll just put it like that. Um, but I think Etsy would be a great online place to get started. Um, yeah, or you can also go to, I mean, there's a bunch of sites that will give you a free website and that you can actually uh, like display like an online art gallery and then sell your stuff on Etsy and eBay or wherever. But your website would give you just an added piece of exposure, which is why I'm doing that. I just have to, well, I mean, that's another reason I'm excited to continue working from home because then I have more time for working on that stuff. Where, when I have 3 hours a day worth of driving, I just don't have the energy by the time I get home and, or the time. Mm. Well, I can help, but websites are actually pretty easy if you use somebody like trying to think who gives you a free website. Wix.com, I think, will give you a free website. Symbly will give you a free website. And basically, they're templates. You just pick your design and then you load the photos. And it's some are easier than others. So I would say maybe somebody who can come over can work on one for you. Or, like I said, I'd be happy to help too. I just can't, um, I just don't know how much time I could put into it. And I might be a little slow to getting it done, but I'd be happy to help. If you send me photographs of the work you want to display, I can see about finding a simple, cheap website that we could put together for you, and then link that to your Etsy store. That would be, that would be something that I think could be good for you. Or as I said, if you have a friend or somebody locally that would come over and help you set that up, you could you could do that. Some of them are so simple that it's like literally no work at all. So, but I'll see if I can find you some sites that will do a free one, and you can take a look at them and see what you like, and then decide from there what you want to do. But um, I I don't know. I think it's just an added piece of exposure. Yeah, I'll be happy to do that. However, we've been doing this for almost an hour and a half, and as you can tell, my voice is getting really tired. I'm happy to help, um, but we should probably cut this cut this off pretty soon because I am losing my voice. It's getting harder and harder to talk. But yeah, I would be happy to. I'll get I'll do some research and send you the links to a couple of sites that you can look at and kind of decide which ones you like, and we can go from there. Because there are tons of options, and a good website is definitely um, definitely an asset. Even if you don't even really use it, it's still a good asset to have. So, well, you're welcome. I'm happy to do it. It's it's actually something I enjoy doing. So we'll um, we'll work on that. But I'm going to go ahead and say good night. Um, I'm I am a little tired, and as I said, it's just getting harder and harder to talk. So I kind of need to give my voice a break. And oh, I am so happy we did this. I haven't been online in a while, largely because every time I would think I was going to, he would have something for me to do. He's been working on reorganizing the garage, and like every other day, I think I'm going to have time. And then he says, "Oh, I've got a box for you to go through." Today, he gives me a stack of boxes to go through. So I'm, I haven't done it. So I have to do that. Um, yeah, you guys have a great night. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Um, it's great to be in touch because I know I've been a little absent, but know that I still love you. I will talk to you again very soon, and I will get to work on finding some website options. In the meantime, stay blessed and know you are loved. Okay? Good night. Yep. And.